Hello, and welcome to another update video about Solana. Solana completed the microstructure of this decline in this third wave here potentially. So it's now showing that reaction, and the resistance area that I communicated to you yesterday is currently being tested. So we're going to take a look at that in this video, what that might mean, and if it's already rallying too much for this structure or whatever. What are the potentials and the probabilities here? Probable options, I should say. At the moment, first of all, when we look at this, I can say that the decline looks corrective. We've really only this week reached the support zone. So that's helpful, because I always know that people are disappointed if the price rallies without reaching these trading or support zones. Essentially, all that they show you the relevant pivots, the relevant support levels for this pullback in a wave 4. Which the market has now confirmed that it's doing. It's working on that fourth wave, which means that after that, we should still see a fifth wave to the upside, for which we have a target of around $190 to $200 at a minimum, I would say. But first of all, we need to complete this fourth wave. So a fourth wave in its most simple form would be an ABC structure. And we have the A wave, we have the B wave potentially, and the C wave to the downside is likely still unfolding. It's a little bit, so from a wave count point of view, I think one wave is missing. From a Fibonacci target point of view, it reached what it needed to reach. So it dipped, it touched the support zone as you would expect as a reaction to these Fibonacci levels. You get a response. So that was a very relevant response and a very straightforward one, and basically an expected one. In the last video, if you rewatch it, I highlighted specifically that there should be good support around the $80 region. Why? Because first of all, this is one of the main Fibonacci levels when we look at the larger cycle for this wave 4. So 23.6 Fib level, it would be shallow in a wave 4. Still is one of the relevant Fibonacci levels, and because it's relevant for the larger cycle, it has more relevance than maybe the smaller ones. In addition to that, however, we had the 1.236 extension level here as well, which is the 1.236 extension of this initial 1-2 setup, which is the minimum target for a third wave. So that was $80. And looking at the A wave that started here end of December, bottomed here in January, early January. And if we compare the length of the A wave with the C wave, then a typical target for a C wave is the 100% extension. That's $80. So there was really good confluence. Okay, so you see that it reacted to that $80 level, and just below that to that $79.30 level, which is the 23.6 Fib level. So we have a reaction. That's good. It basically bounced. It basically didn't make a new low after my video yesterday. So we now see a bit of a bounce there. Does that mean the low is in? Way too early to confirm that. Well, in wave 3 probably. I'm looking at the option of another low, as long as the $93.45 level is not broken to the upside. So this is the resistance area I mentioned to you yesterday. And the 93.45 level is one that could still be reached. So we basically did get our expected bounce. Now we just need to see if there is a reaction in the resistance area. If there isn't, then we can explore that a larger low is already in. However, would that mean that all of wave 4 has to be complete? Well, I would be skeptical about that, I can tell you. I would be skeptical. Why? Because a wave 2 here took 2 months. And the wave 4, only 1 month. Ideally, they take roughly the same length. So what I could imagine would happen is, okay, let's assume this might finish as a WXY structure, because then the low could already be in, but there's no way of saying that until we see a break above 93.40. Well, it could just be here, WXY, maybe in an A wave. Then we could get a B wave. And the price forms another C wave. And then we complete wave 4 there, and then we go up. There's no way of knowing, okay? There's no way of knowing until we see really an impulse to the upside that goes above resistance, okay? And then obviously the next target is around 190 to $200. I can only share with you the levels where we should see reactions. And I can tell you that I'm looking for a fifth wave to the upside as long as the $47 level isn't broken. So it has a lot of space still. It could use if it needs it. Bear in mind that a wave 4 could also be a triangle. So if this is indeed a 3-wave move down, it could simply form the first wave of a triangle. A triangle is a 5-wave move. Could be an A wave, a B wave, C, D, E. That's another option. Okay, so if it forms a lower high next and a higher low afterwards, then it's likely a triangle. So these are the options. Obviously, first of all, the main question at the moment is, okay, do we actually hold the $47 level? At the moment, my assumption would be, well, at least there's no immediate risk of breaking. We're far away from that level. It was even struggling to get to support. It now finally is in the support area, or at least touched it. Okay. But yeah, at the moment, I'm looking for lower still. More directly, as long as below 93.45. And if we break above that level, then I would at least consider it as an alternative that the low in wave 4 is already in. But in my primary scenario, I would probably still look at lower eventually. Okay, that's my update about Solana. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram and Twitter for additional content. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye-bye.